Hey guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here. Now, I'm a big fan of Scooby-Doo. I grew up watching the cartoons, so I have fun memories of the series back in the day. So I was really looking forward to watch the newest film, Scoob, as soon as it was announced. Unfortunately, it didn't make it to the movie theaters, and I got disappointed. But thankfully, they released it over the weekend via digital media, and I had the opportunity to watch it with my wife. So in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to let you know how I feel about this film, the good and the bad, and ultimately let you know if I think you should watch it or not. So stay tuned. The good. The first thing that you're going to notice in this film is the 3D animation, which in my opinion is excellent. I know sometimes people, they try to make comparison between classic animation, 2D animation with 3D animation. And it's never going to be a win-win situation because I do believe that each animation has its strengths and also its weaknesses. And I feel that in this case, the 3D animation that was applied in this movie, particularly this movie, is well done. They did a good job. There's a lot of detail, not only in the character models, but also in the backgrounds and everything. It's so stylized, but it respects the source material. It's not a deviation from the classic cartoon. All the characters look like the cartoon, and it looks great. In my opinion, it's a fantastic job. I wouldn't say that it's at the same level. I would say other like Pixar companies that really have done this for many years, but it's up there. It's really well done, and in my opinion, as a highlight. Another great aspect that this film has is that it really plays so well with nostalgia. There's so many great references all over the place, not only from the characters that are here, that are part of the story, but also from visual references, from cameos, and all of that from characters from the Hanna-Barbera universe. I grew up watching many of these cartoons, so to me, those cartoons bring so many great memories of childhood. And the fact that they're bringing that into this film, it's not only about the Scooby-Doo and the gang, it's about everyone else in the Hanna-Barbera universe, and it's great. You know, it really plays with that. Of course, the younger audience might not remember many of these characters. People like Blue Falcon, Dynamite, or, Dick Dastardly and Muttley. But, it's great that we have him here. And in my opinion, it's something that really made me feel so good. Of course, made me feel all at the same time. But, I feel that it's a great addition to the story. Another highlight for me is the fact that the film, it really has a great message. Of course, this is a family-friendly movie. It's not going to deviate from that. So you don't have to worry that your kids are going to watch something that is inappropriate. Definitely the movie does a fantastic job in really making it so clean and entertaining at the same time. And the message is about friendship. And it's something that we knew from the get-go, from the first trailer. We knew that that was the message around the film. And it is in the whole film. And in my opinion, that's good. It's clean. The whole family can enjoy it. Of course, there's a couple of jokes that might go over the head of some kids, but they're not really that bad, or they're not really inappropriate at all. I don't think kids are going to even understand the meaning of it. And I don't think even adults can see it that way. So it depends on how your perception of things are in regards to some commentary. But other than that, it's just a very clean, fun, movie, and it's bringing these characters to kids, to children, so they can also embrace these characters the same way I did when I was a kid. The bad. Now it's time to talk about the bad. One of the biggest disappointments for this film is the fact that it has a very simple plot. If you're familiar with Scooby-Doo, you know that the stories have always been about mystery, about solving mysteries. But this film is more of an adventure story. And for that, I would say it doesn't follow the original trend. And definitely that can be disappointing. Yes, the film can be enjoyed by everyone. I would say that, whether you're old, whether you're young, the film is pretty much inclusive in that matter, but it doesn't stay true to the original characters or the original stories. And that, of course, is disappointing. Yes, it has a great message about friendship, but at the same time, that we knew from the get-go, from the original trailer, we kind of have the hint of it. And they don't deviate from that. Like, for example, Onward was a fantastic film earlier this year that I really enjoyed so much, because not only had a message that is the message that everybody saw, but also there was an underlying message that was even more powerful. So ultimately it touched you even more than what you originally thought the film was all about. That's not the case in this film. From the get-go, you know it's all about friendship, and it's going to end on the same note. So there's never a high note. It's just a ride with the entire hour and a half that you watch the film. You feel that you're on the same boat. It doesn't really change from that. At the beginning of the story, there's a tiny little mystery when they were kids, and actually that was an interesting part of it, and it respected kind of like the source material. But then it went into more like a homage to the entire Hanna-Barbera universe, which I don't have a problem with, but at the same time, I felt disappointed. Another aspect that was a bit disappointing for me is the fact that the voice acting here, it's not, I would say, what I was expecting. Some of the actors and actresses here that are, pretty much lending their voices for some of these iconic characters, this is the first time they're doing it. And some of them, they didn't sound like the characters. Of course, we're talking about nostalgia in this case now. I'm remembering this from my head, from the original cartoons, but also over the years, we have seen so many voice-over actors and actresses that have done a fantastic job in really recreating the original voice-overs. And I felt that in this case, some of the characters or some of the actors and actresses here were not fitting for the role. I just didn't feel it. Yeah, Wahlberg was good as Blue Falcon, but some of the other characters, like the actors that play Velma, it didn't sound like Velma to me. Of course, we have the original voice of, in this case, Scooby-Doo, who actually has been doing it for many years now, and that's fine. But everyone else it was just someone else, and I don't know, it just took me from the realism of it. Maybe it's just my nostalgia. I know that kids are not going to notice the difference, and definitely this is a nitpick, but definitely one that I would say many people, if you have watched not only the original cartoons but also the most recent series, you're still going to find it disappointing. In conclusion, well, I can tell you that the time that I spent watching this with my wife was worth it. We had a lot of fun, we laughed a lot, and also we share a lot of good memories of our childhood watching the original cartoons. So the time was well spent, and I'm glad for that. This is a great film for those who grew up watching the original cartoons. They're going to find a lot of value in here. And also for children. So if you have kids in the house right now and you're going crazy with them, they need your attention 24/7, this is a perfect film to watch as a family, but also to get them distracted. It is good for that, and it's clean. There's nothing inappropriate, and that to me is perfect. As a parent, as a person, of course, my kid is already grown, but as a parent, I know and I understand the importance of finding material that is, good for the family. So this is it. Unfortunately, this film is not going to entice everyone. It's not for everyone. Particularly, you're looking for a mystery. You're looking for something with more meat and potatoes in the story. You're not going to find it here. It is a very simplistic story. It doesn't deviate from that. There are no memorable moments here. This is the type of film that is going to be forgotten eventually. 2 years, 5 years, 10 years from now, you're going to find it at the $5 bin at Walmart. Because, it's not memorable. It's not like Onward. I think Onward really took me by surprise because it had a very strong message. And the 3D graphics are fantastic, but they cannot really sell you the story, unfortunately. So if I have to give this film a final score, in my book, it is a 7.5 out of 10, which means it's very good, but it is not perfect. I would say that right now, renting it for $20, it's a bit steep. I wouldn't go that far unless you are desperate to have something to entertain the kids. Go for it. But beyond that, don't do that. Wait until it's cheaper, and then you can rent it or buy it for less. And even get it at, to Redbox or something like that. Then that would be a much better option. But because right now, as it is not. You don't get as much value for your money. So, of course, that's just my opinion. What is yours? Let me know in the comments below. So once again, my friends, thanks for watching. God bless you. Take care, and I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.